Suddenly, the man discovered that his companion was bitten by a wild wolf. He quickly grabbed his gun and rushed out of the door. Seeing the hunting rifle, the wolf was frightened and immediately released its grip. However, his companion was not grateful to him. Instead, he demanded the man to put down the gun. Hearing this, the man was stunned on the spot. He could only helplessly put the gun aside. Unexpectedly, the companion deliberately placed his arm near the wolf's mouth. The wolf directly bit into it, but the companion was not afraid at all. Instead, he calmly played with the wolf. Seeing this scene, the man finally put his heart at ease, but no one knew what had happened between the wolf and him. It turned out that the wolf had lost its mother when it was very young. It could only search for food on its own. Suddenly, it discovered a rabbit hanging in front, but it didn't know that this was a trap set by the hunter. It was suddenly hung upside down in the air by a rope. The little wolf struggled incessantly, but to no avail. Hearing the sound, the tribal chief arrived at this time. He pried open the little wolf's mouth and took a look. This kind of wolf dog was born to be the best working dog, and he named it White Fang. He quickly began to train White Fang to make it the best working dog. In the blink of an eye, White Fang had grown up that day. 2 gold diggers came to the tribe. Perhaps it was a wonderful fate. Jack took a liking to White Fang at first sight. That day, when Jack went out for a walk, suddenly a brown bear stood behind him. Frightened, he quickly ran away. The hungry brown bear chased after him. In a critical moment, he saw a hole in front. Jack directly crawled into it. The brown bear kept trying to grab him from the outside. He struggled desperately to break free. When Jack felt desperate, White Fang suddenly appeared behind the brown bear. Hearing the commotion, the brown bear turned its head and roared fiercely at White Fang, scaring White Fang to retreat and run away. However, this was just a tactic to distract the brown bear. At this moment, White Fang directly came behind the brown bear. The brown bear realized it had been tricked and was very angry. It slammed the ground hard with its paws, faced with an enemy several times stronger than itself. White Fang was not afraid. He bared his sharp fangs to show his ferocity. The brown bear, seeing this, could only reluctantly leave. Jack's life was saved. After seeing that he was fine, White Fang immediately ran away. That day, the chief brought White Fang to town to sell furs. 3 thugs with vicious dogs saw White Fang and immediately came up with a vicious idea. While White Fang was lying alone outside waiting, they unleashed the vicious dog to attack him. But White Fang quickly subdued the vicious dog. The thugs were even more excited, so they surrounded White Fang with sticks. Fortunately, the chief appeared in time. First, he pacified White Fang with gestures. Unexpectedly, they asked the chief to compensate for the bitten dog, so the chief gave them a piece of fine fur, but they had an extremely big appetite. Unexpectedly, they even demanded the chief to give White Fang to them. Otherwise, they would send him to jail. The chief had no choice but to agree. Soon after, the thugs took White Fang to the wild. They kept training him with sticks and rags. Seeing the shattered sticks, the thugs thought he was fully prepared, so they took White Fang to the dogfighting arena. The excited crowd around made him very uneasy.